What's going on, guys? So I actually had forgot about it. A few weeks ago, the company that handles Rihanna's fragrance, Fenty, the brand Fenty, reached out to me and asked me if I'd be interested in checking out Rihanna's fragrance. I said, that was quite random. Looked into it. Yeah, it's legit. It was them. It's Fenty by Rihanna. So I said, sure, why not? Send it out. Here we have it. Pretty confident it's a lady's fragrance. I have not looked at the notes because as you guys know, I like to go into this stuff blind. It is still sealed. Have not opened it. I'm hoping it's really good and my wife will really enjoy it. So I told her, let me review it, and I'm sure it will be yours, my love. So we're going to bust this open. We're going to smell it, see what I get from it, check it across the actual notes, see how accurate I am, see if it smells good. Stay tuned. Interesting looking bottle. I don't know how to feel about it. It's got this dark copperish amber-like tone to it. It doesn't feel too heavy, but it also doesn't feel really cheap at the same time. Cap clicks onto place very strong. Says Fenty around the collar. I don't know how well the camera's going to pick that up. Has the logo on top of the cap. Focus, I guess, because I'm in the shot too easily. There we go. Says the logo on top of the cap. Let's see what the atomizer looks like. Solid. That reminds me of something. That's familiar. It's definitely a fruity floral. It smells very fruity and very floral dominant. Give myself 2 little half sprays. Pressure sensitive atomizer. You can spray a little, or you can spray a lot. Great atomizer. This is pleasant. Smell rose. But it's not a thick Bulgarian rose, but it also doesn't smell like a fresh Turkish rose. It's different. It's distinctively rose. There's a whipped cream type of feel to it, kind of in the backdrop. So it's probably a vanilla. A light and creamy vanilla. A little powdery right off the bat. Definitely powdery up front. It's feminine, but it's definitely not the most feminine fragrance I've sprayed on my skin. Like, it smells like something I would wear, actually. Like, I put this in the realm of like a Kajal Eau de Parfum. That's citruses, iris, Turkish rose, clean musk, I think sandalwood. This is very fresh. Like, in the air, it smelled like a fruity floral, but I don't know how much fruits would be in here because it doesn't smell very fruity sweet. If anything, more fruity fresh. Like, it's probably just some citruses more so than like a sweet fruit note. Like there's no passion fruit. I'm just using it as an example, like passion fruit and lychee and stuff like that. I don't get any of that. There's a light, juicy fruit freshness that I'm thinking is more citrus, but nothing specific is jumping out at me. I absolutely think my wife is going to enjoy this one. I like this one. I like this one on me. Yes, this is going to be too feminine for most. You got to like florals to appreciate something like this as a guy. And I, no secret, I love iris, like certain jasmines, rose fragrances and stuff. That's kind of not the majority of what I wear these days, but I wear a pretty good bit of that stuff, I'm pretty convinced it's a light, fluffy type of vanilla. Definitely some rose. I don't know what type of rose. It doesn't come across as Turkish. It doesn't come across as Bulgarian, so I'm lost. I don't know, but it definitely has a rose type of smell. It's powdery. There's definitely some other florals here, giving it a tame, soft powdery feel, but I keep saying powdery, but I don't find it's overtly powdery, like it's super powdery. It's not super powdery, but it is. It's there. I can't really distinguish too much of anything else other than some light and fluffy. It's a fluffy feel to it. Creamy vanilla, rose, some sort of citrus that I can't. It doesn't smell like lemon. I don't necessarily get orange or bergamot, so I don't know. It's something juicy fruit citrus about it. And I want to say something along the lines of like a magnolia, maybe? Not gardenia, but I want to say something like a magnolia. Because there's definitely another like white floral tone to this. And I'm kind of thinking it's magnolia. Let's pull these notes up. I'm actually quite curious. Okay, so I have the notes pulled up from Fragrantica. I'll have it on screen for you guys. But main accords, rose, distinctive. Fruity, so there is some fruits in here. Citrus, floral, musky, fresh, spicy, patchouli, sweet, aromatic, warm, spicy. So maybe as it starts to dry, it'll get more of a spicy tone to it. Not the highest rated. It was released in 2021. It's a Chypre floral, so it might be some oak moss. So, top notes of blueberry and tangerine. I would never have guessed that. I would never have guessed that. Mid notes of Bulgarian rose, so it is Bulgarian rose. It doesn't come across as thick and jammy as that. Geranium and magnolia. I nailed the white floral. It's magnolia. And the base notes of musk and patchouli. So I definitely get the tangerine, rose, magnolia feel. I get all of that. That jumps out at me. Because there's something citrusy. I couldn't pinpoint what the hell it was. It's got to be the tangerine note. The blueberry's not heavy. I'm not saying it's not in there. I just don't think it's a heavy note. I can kind of see it. I kind of can visualize it as I'm smelling it now. Now that I know it's there, but it could just be my, my mind wanting it to be there. Definitely get a little bit of that patchouli note, though. It's a creamy patchouli. It's not earthy. Not earthy at all. The geranium here, I would have never guessed geranium was here because it doesn't smell minty or it doesn't have the sweet geranium feel. It's just kind of blended in there, apparently. Because the rose jumps out, the magnolia jumps out. I'm very impressed with myself that I pinpointed the magnolia because it's not every day I smell magnolia. It's distinctive, I guess, and stands out in my scent memory to my nose. But definitely a solid fragrance that I don't find too feminine. It's definitely feminine. There's a bunch of guys that would not want to wear this. I understand that. But this is definitely something that I, believe it or not, think I could wear from time to time. Dressier occasions, doesn't come across as something I would want to wear casually with a t-shirt like I am right now, like camo and Under Armour and stuff like that. No, that definitely doesn't fit the theme and the vibe of what I'm rocking today. But something with a nice clean Oxford and some nice slacks, I could pull this off. I could pull this off with a big old smile on my face. I like this. I think my wife's really going to enjoy this. My wife is going to really like this one. She loves fruity florals. This is a Chypre floral that has some fruitiness to it. It's still very fresh. That's the biggest thing. It doesn't come across as super sweet. Even though sweet and fruity is two of the accords in here, it's not extremely sweet. So, and it doesn't smell cheap either. That's a big thing for me. It doesn't smell cheap. So, worthy of a sample. I'm pretty sure this isn't a cheap fragrance. All the pricing I'm seeing here is anywhere from like $180 to $206. One up to $240. So I'm guessing it's pretty expensive at retail. Not sure if discounters have it and what it's going for at discounters, but retail seems to be pretty expensive. But it doesn't smell like a cheap celebrity fragrance. It definitely smells like a much more upscale celebrity fragrance. Like when I first saw it was Rihanna's fragrance line, I thought, okay, typical celebrity designer stuff. It's actually better quality than I anticipated. I'm pleasantly surprised. This is a 75 ml eau de parfum for those wondering. Show the sticker to you guys real quick. It's a 75 ml eau de parfum. I really like this. Any ladies that happen to see this video, if you like fruity florals, It's classified as a Chypre, but I don't get much Chypre here. Like when I think Chypre, I think oak moss somewhere. No real oak moss here. The patchouli's not dominant. It's a light and creamy type of patchouli. It is getting a little bit of a clean muskiness going on, but it's very clean overall. This is a very fresh, climate-controlled environment in the summer. Great spring, fall type of scent. Outdoors type of thing for the ladies. More dressy occasion for guys that would want to wear this. Like I said, that's how I would rock it with an Oxford. Smells like performance won't be an issue because it's really pumping off of my hand. And I only did 2 little light half spritzes on my hand, and it's strong on my hand for sure. I like this stuff. Definitely sample worthy. I wouldn't call it blind buy safe, especially for the price point I'm seeing here. But this is actually pretty good quality. Kind of impressed with this fragrance. Rating on this one, first impressions, I would say this is a very good fragrance at 7.5 out of 10. I think it definitely warrants a very good rating. So, yeah. Fenty by Rihanna. Well, that's my first impressions, thoughts, and feelings on Fenty by Rihanna. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. How many of you tried this? Ladies that happen to be watching this video, have you tried it? What do you think about it? Please weigh in. I'm curious on your experiences with this. It's been out for about a year now. Not anything that's brand new, but it is a newer release. And like I said, it smells like something I would enjoy wearing in certain situations, but I definitely think my wife is going to absolutely love this one. This kind of falls in the category of stuff like Argos Perfume in the scent profile range. More simplistic than an Argos Perfume. That's definitely a more complex fragrance, but it reminds me of that style. Very fresh, fruity floral. More so than a Chypre floral. I don't completely agree with that classification, but hey, I don't make the rules. And until next time, I will say if you get your hands on Fenty by Rihanna and you give it a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.